Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest news. In today's video, we will be talking about the £100 million war chest in and ready for January, apparently. I'll give you the details on that. On top of that, we will be talking about some other players that have been linked. We are only in October, and yet the rumour mills have begun, so I'll be giving you my thoughts on it. But before we do all that, as always, guys, if you would be kind enough to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and if you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member and getting your member perks, including all Forest player emojis, please hit that join button down below. Let's jump into this. Okay, before we start about this £100 million story, I want homework for you guys down below in the comments. Let me know, where do you think Forest needs strengthening at the moment? Maybe you think we need a striker, another defender, maybe a midfielder. I don't know. Let me know down below who would be number one on your shopping list for this January. But let's get into this. There's been this story going around today that there's a £100 million war chest being put together by Marinakis, and Giraldi as well will be at the helm of it, pulling the strings on who we're going to sign. The new signing, obviously, that we got from Watford. My thoughts on this is complete unfounded stories at the moment in the media. As always, want to bring it to your attention, but understand there are no sources behind this one whatsoever. There will be players coming in January, and there may be players departing in January. By the way, question number 2, who do you think should go in January? I think that's an interesting one. But back to the story, the £100 million. Look, Forest do need strengthening. I know it sounds crazy to say 22 players in, but now you start to get a feel and an idea of which players are making the cut and which players not so much not making the cut, but maybe not being given their opportunity. And will those players be moved on? And do we need to see some strength in depth? We have had a lot of injuries so far this season, especially hit by some key players, the likes of Niakate. Mangala's been out for quite a while as well. And we do need some strength and depth up front, as Taiwo is our only recognised number 9, with Sam Surridge sitting in second place behind him. Outside of that, we have no out-and-out number 9. So for me, those would be the 2 places I'd look to target. There are rumours about players who have been linked with us in the summer being re-linked to Nottingham Forest at better and cut prices. So potentially there may be some legs in those stories. Again, not verified enough for me to give you guys any sense of confidence on it yet. But let's jump into a couple of those players. Let's start with Marinakis, the cam number 10-ish player from Atalanta, who Forest were linked with heavily over the summer. However, a huge price tag of around 40 mil was set on the 29-year-old's neck, head, wherever you want to put that price tag, and nothing emerged from it. Then he was strongly linked to moving to Spurs. However, he is still unhappy at Atalanta, and there is talks that come the January window, he will be made available to move at a cut price. Now, what does a cut price mean? No clue whatsoever. Again, these are early stories that are emerging, but he is clearly not happy at Atalanta. He is a kind of player that Forest really could use. He has a thunderbolt of a left foot. I'm sure some of you remember back to our videos on him over the summer. He can take a hell of a free kick, and he is a goal scorer. But he is at that more mature age of 29 years old. Now, why do I think this is a possibility? Because he is good mates with our beloved Freuler, who was his captain at Atalanta. So there is that player link as well that could help to get this over the line. But I do think this is a position that Forest needs strengthening in, and I think he would be a great fit. A bit of short-termism involved in it, probably only got 2 or 3 years at the top of his game, but it is what we need now. We have plenty of players that we can look ahead to for the future. Loads of players linked, loads of players signed for that department. But I think for this January window, what we will be doing is looking at the here and now. And I think that will be the right approach to go ahead with. So he may come, but there will be other clubs who want him. Now, the price tag still will be quite hefty. I would expect it to still be in the 20s. But let's see where this one develops. And as always, we will keep you posted on it. More transfer rumours and speculation as Igor Gomez has been linked very loosely, and I know a few of you in the comments have mentioned him over the last couple of days. The so-called new Kaka, the Brazilian, yes, wonderkid, as per always, has been linked with Nottingham Forest. Now, just to reiterate, I find nothing in this story currently. He was linked with us over the summer. Very loose links again. But I don't know how true or not these ones are. There are no reports that can confirm or deny this. Is it a player that Forest will be interested in? 100% yes, because obviously there was the connection into him over the summer. However, currently, as it stands, there's nothing in this that's substantial enough to say that there's even a whiff of a link currently. Maybe you guys have heard differently. Maybe you guys are more in the know than me. I don't know. But if you are, let us know in the comments below. And as always, let us know who your sources are. Well, if you can reveal them. Anyway, so those are a couple of players that have currently been linked. For me personally, there's one name on my list. One name and one name alone. And that is Lacroix. Lacroix, for me, who was available over the summer for 17 million euros. Wasn't linked with anyone. Why no one wanted to pick him up as such a good centre-back is unbelievable. He should be not just number one on Forest shopping list, but number one on all teams' shoppings list, because this guy is one hell of a defender. If you thought Niakate was good, he has nothing on Lacroix. Lacroix is a better player than Niakate, but built with the same mold, same ilk, and same experience, coming from that Bundesliga as well. French international, well, breaking into the French international team as well. 17 million is an absolute bargain for him. He'd be my number one. Other players that Forest can still look at would be the likes of Hossein Ouara, who is still not tied down to Lyon under a contract. Therefore, come January, it's going to be open market and open season on him, as a lot of clubs will be trying to go in on him on a Bosman potentially. Maybe someone will fork up a really low fee of a couple of million so that Lyon feel they don't lose out completely. That could be where Forest sweep in as well. But I think those are the three key positions. One new striker, one more centre-back, and one more creative player in that midfield. And I think Forest are going to be well on their way to having, hopefully, a very good season. Let me know down below if you agree or disagree with my shopping list. And as I said at the start of the video, I want to know who's on yours. So finally, to wrap all of this up, you are going to hear rumour after rumour after rumour all the way into January and beyond. My advice to you guys is don't believe everything you read. £100 million is a number plucked out just to make it look pretty by the papers and the people who are reporting this. At the end of the day, we will buy who we need to buy at the price we need to buy. That Marinakis, the recruitment team, Cooper, all agree and see fit to strengthening that squad. If it's 20 million, it's 20 million. If it's 100 million, it's 100 million. If it's a million, well, I doubt they'll go that high. But who knows? So don't believe everything you're reading. Stay calm and let's focus on the football now. We've got a massive match coming up on Sunday. We have another 2 matches before the World Cup, plus a Carabao Cup match as well. And then we'll take stock and see where we are come the World Cup break. No doubt the recruitment teams are already talking. Otherwise, what was the point in Geraldi coming in and basically sitting and doing nothing for a couple of months until the window opens? Doesn't work like that. Obviously, these conversations are happening in the background. That will do for the news today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget before you leave to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We'll see you in the Predictor League. So if you haven't joined us, please click on the link down below. Completely free to do and so much fun. And then we'll be back for the news tomorrow, as well as the preview for Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Can't wait for it. Me versus my son. Can we win, guys? Score predictions. Let's start seeing them in the comments down below. And come on, you Reds.